Alien lands in the schoolyard. Chapter 1. The arrival. It was an ordinary autumn morning at Max Planck School, a small school nestled among trees on the outskirts of the city. The students poured into the playground, loud and full of energy, ready for another school day. No one suspected that this day would be different from any other before. Suddenly, a bright light appeared in the sky above the playground. It was brighter than the sun, and the students had to squint to look at it. A humming filled the air, and then with a soft, barely audible pop, a strange craft landed in the middle of the yard. It was round, metallic, and sparkled in all the colors of the rainbow. The students stood rooted to the spot, staring at the object. A small hatch opened and a figure emerged. It was about the size of a human, but its skin shimmered in a delicate green. Large, almond-shaped eyes sparkled with curiosity. The alien raised a hand in greeting and spoke with a soft, melodic voice. "Hello, I am Ryan. I come in peace." Chapter 2. First encounters. It took a while for the students to recover from their shock. Finally, Laura, a brave student from the 9th grade, stepped forward. "Hello, Ryan. We are students of this school. Why are you here?" Ryan smiled, or at least it seemed so, as its facial features were hard to interpret. "I am an explorer from a distant planet called Zalara. My people send us out to explore other worlds and make friends. I have been observing your planet and found your school particularly interesting." The students came closer and began asking Ryan questions. They wanted to know everything: where he came from, how his spaceship worked, if he had superpowers. Ryan answered each question patiently, explaining that his technology was advanced but not magic. He showed them holograms of Zalara and talked about the peaceful ways of his people. Chapter 3. Integration. With the permission of the principal, Mr. Bauman, Ryan was allowed to stay at the school for a few days. He attended classes and got to know the students better. He found that human children were amazingly curious and inventive. They helped him understand the peculiarities of Earth, and in return, he showed them some tricks of his technology. He especially befriended Laura, who helped him navigate the school routine. They spent hours talking about the differences and similarities of their worlds. Ryan was fascinated by the diversity and creativity of humanity. Laura and her friends learned from him that there were infinite possibilities and perspectives in the galaxy. Chapter 4. A threat emerges. Not everyone was thrilled with Ryan's presence. A secret government organization that dealt with extraterrestrial threats had learned of his landing. They feared Ryan might pose a danger and planned to capture and interrogate him. One night, when all the students were at home, armed agents infiltrated the school and surrounded Ryan's spaceship. They intended to surprise him, but Ryan had sensed their presence. He activated a protective shield around his ship and woke Laura, who happened to be nearby, through telepathic contact. Laura ran to the school and saw the agents. Bravely, she stood in their way. "He is not an enemy. He is our friend. You mustn't harm him," she shouted. The agents were not convinced, but Ryan stepped forward and raised his hands in a gesture of peace. "I understand your concerns," he said, "but I truly come in peace. Please let us talk." Chapter 5. The rescue. Laura managed to calm the agents and gives Ryan a chance to explain himself. He showed them holograms and reports from other worlds he had visited, proving that he was just a peaceful explorer. The agents were impressed but still not entirely convinced. Suddenly, more lights appeared in the skyships from Ryan's people, who had come to rescue him. They had noticed he was in danger and immediately came to his aid. The presence of the other aliens reassured the agents, who finally accepted that Ryan posed no threat. Ryan's people thanked the humans for their hospitality and promised to protect and support Earth. Before they left, they exchanged knowledge and technologies that would help humanity improve their world. Chapter 6. Farewell and New Beginnings. At the end of the week, it was time for Ryan to return home. The students had grown accustomed to him and were sad to see him go. Laura was particularly saddened, but Ryan promised they would meet again someday. "You have shown me that friendship and curiosity are the strongest forces in the universe," Ryan said in farewell. "No matter how far apart we are, We are always connected. With these words, Zryan climbed into his spaceship and flew into the sky. The students watched until the light in the sky disappeared. The encounter with Zryan had changed their lives. They had not only witnessed a historic meeting, but also learned that the universe was full of wonders and possibilities. From that day on, they were more determined than ever to pursue their dreams and make the world a better place. And so ended the adventure of Zryan and the students of Max Planck School, a chapter in a story that was just beginning.